Get ready.
What have I been playing? I'll tell you.
What have you been playing?
We all know what Dan's been playing.
Yeah, Dan has been playing. I'm just getting my footage up. Get my footage ready. So, Final Fantasy. I'm risking it. I'm putting it up again. This is my footage. You can see this. Look. I could match the top of my head. You can see there. That's my head from me streaming. Anyhow, Final Fantasy 7. So I'm going to quickly just go through a little bit of my Final Fantasy history with you guys. So, what my relationship is with Final Fantasy. So, from the start, the first thing, obviously, I saw it being played by my friends when I was younger. Then I obviously got into Advent Children, the film, which was set after Final Fantasy 7. And I was obsessed with that. I was like, what is this thing? And I got so deep into the lore, it was ridiculous. Then I played Crisis Core on the old PSP, and I loved that. I even played Dirge of Cerberus on PS2, where you play as Vincent, the vampire man.
Did you play that, Dan?
Yeah, man. I was all over it.
Oh,
so, yeah,
my God. I loved that.
I had Cloud
Never
toys.
even seen that.
You've never even seen it?
Nah.
Oh, well, who are you? I had the toys,
Nobody.
I had the Cloud toys, I had the Sephiroth toys, I had the soundtrack on like vinyl. I had it all. Anyway, that's what Final Fantasy VII meant to me. So going into this review, I was just giving you a bit of a go. But the weird thing is, I never played the actual game. I never played Final Fantasy VII. What does that make me? The biggest poser in the entire world? I believe it does. Anyhow, let's continue on. Oh, look at that hotness. So, the story. So, I'm going to talk a little bit about the story. So, you basically, it's the same as the original. But...
Dan, before you do, I think maybe we should give a bit of a spoiler warning here for those of you who haven't played it and haven't had it out for a week and haven't been banned from YouTube for it.
Sorry if you're watching now, Square Enix.
Yeah, sorry guys.
And anyone who's got the game and hasn't played it, there will be spoilers, so maybe switch off for 2 or 3 minutes. Continue.
Yeah. So, I'm not going to spoil anything. Except for if you're watching the footage up on Twitch. So you play as Cloud Strife, a merc for hire who is an ex-soldier of the evil company Shinra. He joins an organization called the Avalanche, who are basically terrorists. You join a terrorist sect, and your first mission is you blow up a reactor. It's pretty touchy stuff these days. And you join this Avalanche group with your childhood friend Tifa, who you grew up with. So that's all I'm going to say. That's the start of the game. That's the opening of it. So straight away, you can see the game looks very, 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 very nice. The gameplay itself, so it's not turn-based anymore like the original Final Fantasy VII. It has, it's more like Final Fantasy 15, where it's just like, real-time, slashy, hacky. You have a light attack, you have a heavy attack of your sword. You also have you press X and you go into a super slow motion menu, which was on there before, which I was hoping would line up, but it didn't. So yeah, you go into a super slow motion menu where you can do a more turn-based kind of vibe, where you just like, you can choose your spells, your different your items, your special attacks and stuff like that, and then you perform those once you come out of the slow-mo. Which looks beautiful. That, in my opinion, is easily the bit that you can see on the screen now, the slow motion here in the menu. It is such a crazy slow motion because you can control the camera within the slow motion. So you can look around the scene while everything is moving super slow. Even all the lightning and light and everything gets shown. It's really, really, really cool. But yeah, and that's it. And then it's basically a free roam kind of game where you roam around in areas and you pick up quests. You also have the ability to acquire summons. So summons are like the Final Fantasy. In every Final Fantasy game, you have a certain amount of things. You have Gil, you have Chocobos, and you have summons. They're in all of them, I think. Someone, hit us up in the Discord. It's like, get it right.
Oh, they will.
They will.
I think they're going to hit you up big time.
Yeah. The only that's that. So then I'm going to move on to this is a boring bit of the video of me. Here we go. Me going to the toilet. Summons were in all but the first 2 games. We've just been told in the chat. Thank you, Spiggly Dude. So graphics. I want to talk about the graphics a minute. So the graphics, characters look the part in this game. They are as good at graphics as like the character models as they are in like Advent Children. Tifa is beautiful. It's too beautiful. And in fact, one of my gripes of it is everyone in this world is too good looking. They are so good looking. It is absolutely ridiculous. Like you're in the slums of like the poor people that are living in shanty houses, and all of them look like they're baristas or they're catalog models or something like that. They're ridiculous. But that's cool. That's their world. They're all just really good looking.
It's just like the Hack the Dino world.
Exactly. The one little problem I had is like, the hair on the characters that have a dithered effect in them, which I found a bit gripey. I didn't really like. I don't know if that'll be on the PC version, but we'll find that out. Where dithered is like kind of like a jaggedy edge on the hair, but I can get away with that. The other part is they've done some shortcuts in their graphics here. I feel they've had a long time to get this game right, and there were some things they've really shortcutted on. I have an example here. I'll move on to. So here is like an example of a screenshot of the texture on a wall here of "Welcome to our Harriet Tomo."
What? Hey,
God.
There are a lot.
Terrible.
Yeah, there are a lot of
a hornet's nest.
Yeah, there are a lot of examples of this in the game. You can see right next to it there the door as well. Very, 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 very low textures. And I'm a texture stickler in games. Like Final Fantasy 15, there was nothing wrong with the whole game, and that did not take 23 years to come out. There was a whole bit in the slums of a giant rubbish pile, and it just looked like one small picture stretched over the whole lot. Apart from that, that's the only thing. The other, my other little tiny gripe in it is that some of the gameplay I have found to be a little bit slow and dated. Just like they've added in. So what this is like part like one. Oh yeah. Whoops. Sorry, Ben. This is part one of so they have made a whole game out of one section of the original game. There is another game going to come out, probably 3, and they've really padded out the mission. So you've got stuff like go kill rats, for a shopkeeper and stuff like that. Just stuff that doesn't need to be in it. My other small gripe is that so it's very slow moving in a lot of points to the point where I was just like, come on guys, just speed it up. The cutscenes are amazing in this. They're so good. It's like watching Advent Children. There is like
that
the most
opening cutscene is absolutely beautiful.
Dude, the cutscene, which I don't have in this section, I don't think. I'm gonna just check. Of when you it'll be right near the end. Of when you're when you're you fight this guy on a motorbike, and he is hilarious. He's another soldier. He is a baddie, but he's this flamboyant, ridiculous, amazing character. He's so good. He's so funny. Some of the voice acting with the women I found was very tedious. They make girls in it. I don't want to like sound bitchy or anything, but they make girls. Oh no, I shouldn't even say that actually. They make girls very. It's like what a Japanese man wants a woman to be like. And like they're really submissive to men. They're all about that. All they want to do is sleep with you. They always mention about that. And all that Cloud is doing is constantly turning down women's advances towards him. And it gets full on. And I actually found it a bit. The women are very typically supportive and very encouraging of the guys. Yes, they are.
Was it a little bit cringy?
It just seemed a little bit bad. But like, don't get me wrong. This game is cool. This game is very beautiful. It's very good. It's just a little bit slow moving. And I think people who are used to the fast pace of Final Fantasy 15 are going to find this a massive slowdown to what they're used to. I think this is really made for the fans. And you fans out there that I know that are out there and are playing it, you are loving it, and it's made for you, so it's probably perfect. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got. Oh, wait, I forgot to talk about the music. So the music in the game is, in my opinion, the best part. the action music in it, well, I can't play it on here, is so good. It is such an amping soundtrack, and then it is so good. And the voice acting is its so I think the music is its strongest point, and its voice acting is its weakest point in a lot of bits. And that's about it, really. Yeah.
So Dan, if I could ask, so this is a 25-year build-up for you to play this game, because you never
23.
played the original, but you're 23. You obsessed over it. Has it lived up to that hype of 23 years? And will you keep playing it until it's finished? And will you buy the other two parts?
Oh, I probably will play this one until I finish it, just because like I just want to see all the cutscenes, and that's kind of what it's about. Oh, I did have one other thing I wanted to talk about that did disappoint me. I thought the summons weren't as cool in this as they were in the original. The summons to me were like, as I said, I haven't played it, but I've watched people play it, and I've played the other ones, so it's a bit hard for me to explain. But summons seem to be like the big, gnarly, amazing, beautiful thing that I'd always want to work towards. I did in Final Fantasy X. I loved them in 10, and it was always the new thing I wanted to get. In this, you get them, and I'm like, this is gonna be wicked. This is gonna be wicked. When you bring them in, they just come in as a playable character, and to tell you the truth, you don't see them that much. They're just there hitting the bad guy on the side, and it's not a bigger event as I wanted it to be. Eventually, they do a super move at the end, but I found that a lot of the time I killed the main guys before they got to do their special moves, their big super moves. So I never ever got, in playing for the 10 hours I played it for, I didn't get to see the special move, and I got a Riff, I don't know how to say his name, and I got Shiva. I got two of them, and I never got to see their special. So yeah, but that's it. But that's what I've been playing.